the set, man. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. I shouldn't say that, but I don't know what that was. It was strange, but whatever it was, it was. And I took a shower, man. Every time I take a shower, it seemed like a like something just it just releases some stuff, right? And I'm like, something ain't right, man. Like they putting something on my body. I don't know what they doing, what they man, I woke up, homie. I went to sleep, woke up, my fingers was they like unreal. I don't even know what the heck, homie. Like like they could just pour something right on your fingers and I don't know what this stuff is, man. But they doing anything to disable me, like to make sure I can't do nothing. For some reason. That's weird, ain't it? It's crazy, man. When you really think about it. But I'm paying attention to it. Neck, back. I'm talking like I said, man, thank God I was had my own little stuff. Man, I go in the bathroom, there ain't no toilet paper, nothing, right? But thank you God, I was good. But I said, boy. But I guess God doing it the way He doing it, I'm paying attention to it. You know, God is doing what He doing for whatever. But I've been paying attention. I'm not saying no more. When I really think, hey, that's the second one, third, actually. You know that that's weird. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, man. You know, I've been thinking about a bunch of like when I got kicked out of Lincoln. But I always wondered why did I get kicked out of Lincoln? You know what I mean? But I think they knew I was heated and all kind of stuff. I was already heated way back then, right? But hi, good job, good job. But I was like, I didn't know Lil Mama was that young, that much younger. So she was like damn near like a baby. Like when I think about it, like when I really think about it, she said she was 35, so 35, 45. Not really though, but that's a 15-year difference. That's a 15-year difference. So, yeah. Dang. She wasn't even born when I was 15 or just born. So when that makes sense though. That make a lot of sense. I'm 20, she like 5 years old. That's crazy when I think about it. We trying to. Hey, you know what? We're gonna start doing a podcast. We're gonna do it on Logan Avenue. We're gonna do a podcast. A lot of the homies and stuff, or whoever want to do it. We're gonna do a podcast. You know, um, folks like, man, we got stories. Oh, um, the homie Silky, right? He like, I forgot all about it. He said, man, I remember you brought Eka Mouse down here. Oh, shoot, I don't even remember. But I kind of remember, though, in a way, too. So I like your videos so much. That is crazy when I think about it. So that makes sense, though. That's what I'm talking about, though. Ugh. That's what I'm talking about, though. It's weird. I'm waking up. Nigga, I woke up about 2 weeks ago. My wrist was it was like it was stuck. I said, what the hell? Today, my fingers, but I mean, I'm like, I, I, I gotta get the video somehow. This stuff ain't making no sense how they doing this to me. But they messing me up. I mean, I ain't waking up with stuff all on my body and all that junk. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like you can see like my face, the even the like the coloration of it. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, what is on my body? You know what I mean? Or what are they putting on it? It's kind of weird. Glasses is mean. You gotta have them glasses on. But I guess, you know, that's the way that's the way it gotta be for it to get right. Because other than that, we'd never have a, a normal society. And it's funny that how they doing it. But there's so many different things going on. Hopefully, it come together. Oh man. They putting stuff all in my eyes, all kind of stuff. Hey, when I wiped my face yesterday, I had yellow stuff all on the rag. I should have showed it to you. But look, a bunch of my white socks and stuff like that, I got threw them away because it was like, but no, you know what's crazy though? I had about a few days ago, right? I went bam, you know, I just cleaned my underwear out, washed them out by hand, right? Man, it was like yellow stuff coming all out. I'm like, what the heck is that? I said, okay. I'm so frustrated though. I'm like, this is unreal what's going on. Hey, I'm talking like I don't know why. I've been waking up like still. Hey, I ain't even smoked no trees or nothing. That's the crazy part. In like month, I had a couple people give me some, right? And I gave it away to other people. I ain't even trip on it. But yeah, I don't know why. I just wish I could find out how are they doing this and why. But the why, I don't even give a damn about the why, the how, and who. That's the question. That is the question, man. Man, I was gonna go to prayer yesterday, man. I was like, I felt so. I was like, man, I had to close my eyes. I'm talking about, man. Hey, when I was stuck in the car, look, I was stuck in the car, right? When my car broke down, I seen one of my little neighbors, right? Little Maisha, I was in the car, right? And she pulled up to go to come home, right? To come home, and I just went to sleep. But I told her the next day, I was like, man, I just needed to close my eye. I don't even know what it was. I seen her, and then I just put my seat back, closed my eyes. I was knocked out. Like, I told her, I was like, man, I just need to close my eyes. You know what I mean? But I don't know what they putting on my eyes, but I could feel it for sure. Like on my eyelids or for sure in my ear. But I've been paying attention to that a lot. And they've been doing it continuously, though. Continuously. That's the crazy part. You know. Like I can't even see this crap. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's weirdo stuff going on, man. I'm talking about you gotta watch this, cause I'm trying to tell you, man, you know, and when I think about it, damn, I never even realized that. I'm like, you don't remember me. But shit, when I was around, you know, let's just say at 15 to 20, she wasn't even born when I was 15. I didn't realize, or just born. And then when um shoot, I'm 20 or whatever, shoot. That's what I got shot in the head at 20. So I wasn't really, well, shoot, I was going all kind of weird stuff was happening, all in jail and all kind of weirdo stuff. You know, uh, but shoot, she was like 5 years old. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy when you think about it. I didn't realize that. I felt really hella disrespected, but it make a lot of sense too. I guess her little brother is, he a little older, but they was both young when I think about it. But they mom like kind of, opened the door for everybody. I wasn't really staying or spending the night over there or nothing, but she would open the door for a lot of people, man. A lot of people that can actually go and stay and sleep and take a shower and wake up cool, safe type situation. So I was talking about her maybe about a year ago or whenever, because I didn't even know she had passed away, right? So I was like, wow, I can't even believe that. Oh, Aunt Shirley done passed. And I was like, man, if didn't nobody get a house, she was probably one of them that should have got a house, you know what I mean? And just to kind of look out for people, and because she always had her door open, always when I think about it. It was a million people in the house most of the time. But, because I would go pick up, my folks from over there. I'm going to tell you, man, I'm going to cut that out though. Because well, I guess is that her uncle or cousin or, no, that's her cousin. But we basically grew up together since babies, literally. But when I think about it, that was my aunt's friends. But my grandmother would, since we was kids, because she was in a wheelchair and blind, right? And basically, man, my grandmother would go over there, take her roll tacos and, take her food or whatever, go to get her medications, you know what I mean? Little stuff like that, whatever she needed, basically. So when I got a little older, when I started driving, Graham sent me over there. But even when I went to school or Lincoln or whatever, I can go over there, chill or whatever. I wait for my folks to get out of school or whatever, but uh I was like I was like I forgot what the heck I was saying. But when I got older, I basically did the same thing. Like I go over there, I try to look out for the folks if he need dough, whatever, or he ain't even have $1 in his pocket most times. Shoot, he can go to the club with me, whatever, 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 whatever. I mean, shoot. But when I'm really paying attention to it, a lot of little different little situations. I saw he had, I was like, I saw that, and I was like, damn, hella fun. What? Which one? I don't know, but yeah, man, that's a trip. So yeah, we would always go over there. You know, shoot. Even my aunt took care of her. I don't even know what had happened. Where I know she had went to Vegas with my aunt, and because I end up, I went over there, kicked it with her at the house, but she was living up there in Vegas with my aunt because she was cool, but she just was in a wheelchair and blind. But other than, she could talk on the phone, she could chop it up and kind of move around, and you know what I mean? She had been like that for so many years where, like all she pretty much did was just be in the bed. So I would always go over there and, chop it up with her or whatever. Like I say, she loved her little rolled tacos and stuff like that. Go get her. Man, I ain't got a I ain't been able to get a rolled taco since. Hey, I can go. I was talking about that. You tell me I can go to every place and can't get no food? That's crazy. On purpose. Because they want you to do something stupid. Get you out the way. I'm paying attention to it. Or they gonna send somebody to do something stupid to get you out the way. You know what I mean? Don't know what they doing. You know what I mean? That type of stuff going on. But shoot, if it's an accident, I forgot, or I didn't know, or but a nigga that got smoked already. Shoot, what can you do? That's crazy when you think about it. But you gotta watch that stuff. Bunch of goofy stuff, man. But God do whatever He do, how He do it. So, but I like, man. She kept talking about cut the camera off. I'm like, but I cut it off. I cut it off just to see what, but she was like, I don't know you. I don't know you. Pretty much. Pretty much. But when I really register and think about it, because I had hit her, I didn't even know Shirley had passed away. She had passed away, and I was like, wow, I didn't go to the funeral or nothing. I didn't know. Again, like that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay. I said, that's weird. But, I didn't know. So I seen the pictures or something. And I'm like, I reached out to her, hey, my condolences or whatever. But when I think about it, she don't know me. That's crazy because she just wasn't old enough, probably. You know what I mean? When I really think about it, just wasn't old enough, you know. But she had called her brother and stuff. I got on the phone. I'm like, what's up, man? We tried. I said, okay. But that's what's going on, man. It just be so many. But But you gotta think before you do things. That's for sure. That's for sure. You know, not really realizing and knowing when I think about it. But stuff is weird. I'm sitting there like she was young. I never realized that how young she was, or they were. But her brother know who I am. But I guess her brother's maybe because he was young too. When I really think, maybe he 40 though. So maybe he was like 5 or something. That's crazy. I never realized they was that young. You know what I mean? But it's people that I remember at that age that probably don't remember me. That's funny, huh? Well, that I always kept right. But man, I don't know. Man, my fingers is straight. Like just I don't know. My I don't know what they putting on me. Nigga, my fingers is just like just I don't know what's going on with them. It's crazy. I know what this is. Yeah, everything I say, it always makes sense. That's for sure. Even if I don't say nothing, it makes sense. That's that cheddar parhama. Yeah. Yeah. But hey, much love. Yeah, not really. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. I've been up since 2 o'clock. I went to sleep. I don't probably it was daylight. I took a shower and drank and everything. Just I was crashed. Like what the heck, man? But I woke up. My hand was hurting so bad, homie. I'm talking like so bad. I ain't wood crap. Yeah. How do we save our next generation? Sure better know. That's crazy. You gotta know who is who though. That if you ain't did your homework like that, that's crazy. But some people don't give a damn who you are. I'm telling you, so many implants and different things. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like I try and say, shh, man. But hey, God know what he doing though. Regardless of if I don't, I know God know. He be revealing, he be revealing it, boy. He be like, my Lord. Yeah. Must be early. Uh, much love. I'll let y'all later.